Hey there guys, so today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make a photo in black and white while still having some selective color, and also how to change that color if you don't like it. Okay, so what we are first going to do is we are going to crop this guy out by hitting C. By the way, I'm using a PC, so I have no idea if the shortcuts are different for Macs or anything. We're just going to drag this box around, get the guy's head out, because that would be fantastic. This isn't really integral to the tutorial, but that's what's going to happen. And then I like making this a layer 0, so we're going to double click this. This box will pop up, click OK. Now it is a layer 0. So the first thing that is actually integral to this tutorial is that we are going to be changing this brownish, yellowish colored building into, I don't know what color yet, but it's going to be a different color than this. So we're going to click select and we're going to click color range. Now I've already selected it before, so let's just say it's not selected on the thing, okay? So there are different ways to see what is selected. To start out with, I like saying none, and then this eyedropper tool just gets clicked onto wherever you want changed. And then quick mask I like going into. You can add or subtract whatever color you've selected, which is shown here in the small little box. So I'm going to add, and also keep in mind that it is selecting things over around the rest of the photo, but we will fix that later. Okay, so we will click OK, and then as you can see, other parts of the photo are selected. So we are going to go into quick mask, and then we are going to hit B for brush, and we're going to select a larger brush. Oh yeah, you can change the settings by right-clicking and then doing this, size, hardness, and we're just gonna go over everything that is not this part right here. Okay, so we can go out of quick mask down here, make sure nothing major is selected, and then we are going to go to layer, new adjustment layer, and hue saturation. Okay, and then it'll give you this, which lets you change the color. Wow, look at that. I am going to change it to a sort of red color. You can change it to whatever you want. The saturation makes it brighter or just a dull gray, anywhere in between. Lightness you can change as well. I'm going to keep them both pretty in the center, and that is the way I want that to look. Then I'm going to merge these two layers. I'm going to hit Shift, select whatever layer isn't selected at the moment, right click, merge layers, and now it is all one. And next we are going to change this all to black and white. So I'm going to copy this layer. You can either right click, duplicate layer, or you can hit Control J, and there's another layer there. And then for black and white, you can either go to Image, Adjustments, Black and White, or as it shows here, Alt, Shift, Control, and B makes it into black and white. And it doesn't really matter what happens here because we want this to be shown in color, not black and white. But for the rest of them, you can just sort of play with these sliders to get the brightness or darkness wherever you want. And I'm going to hit Control L for levels, and I'm just going to change that up a bit. Just personal preference. Okay, so before when we were selecting colors, we just wanted the building and not the windows or the roof or anything. This time we want the entire building with everything on it to be shown in color. So if you're a cheater, you can click E or just go over here to the eraser tool and you can just start doing this, but we're not going to do that. And I'm going to click undo for Control Z. We are going to use the quick selection tool over here and just start dragging just over top. And as you can see, it has selected some of this building. So if you hit Alt, it'll let you drag and deselect some of this building. So you can just go around and select what you want. Okay, and if this is still too imprecise for you, you can go into the Quick Mask tool and you can hit B for brush, oh my goodness, or E for eraser, and you can select more precisely like this, and size, hardness, that will be something that you may or may not want to adjust. I will admit that I am not the most precise person when I am in the Quick Mask tool, but you can be more precise than me if you want. Okay, so let's just say that's okay. Exit the Quick Mask, and then we are just going to click delete, and look at that. Also, Control D to deselect that, and we have our newly red building in this black and white photo. I'm going to hit Shift and select that. I'm going to merge the layers again, and then I'm going to hit Control L and fix the levels because I want to, but that is personal preference. And if you want, you can add a gradient. You can hit Create New Layer over here, and then the gradient tool is just over here. There's a myriad of gradients that you can use. I'm going to use the one down here for no apparent reason, and just drag and drop as you want. All right, and there is the finished product. I will put it next to what it originally was. So there's some cropping, there's some selective color, there's some changing of color, some black and white. So yeah, that is the end of the tutorial.